banger, serious banger, as we start day 2, right? That's the song of the day. If you like that, we can keep doing song of the day. We don't have to. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about the importance of going all in, all right? Now, it's very, very simple. If you are half in, half out, you're only going to get out, right? There's this concept about called burning the boats. David Goggins always fucking says it, right? And when it comes to starting to make money online, it is very, very important you understand what it means and you implement it. So first things first, this series, the escape plan, is not gonna change your life if you're half in, right? Burn the boats means if you always have one foot out, then you're never fully committed and you never will. So a bit of a story about this. Before I got into this industry, I did dropshipping, right? And when I was dabbling in dropshipping, I failed, right? When I was partying every week, I was broke. When I got serious about sales, and I got serious about this, everything changed in my life because I finally got serious about something. And most people are never going to succeed online because they treat it like a backup plan, right? If you want out, if you want to escape, you have to fully commit. You have to. What I mean by that is you commit to the version of you who is where you want to be 6 months from now. Now, what do I mean by that? 6 months from now, picture where you want to be. How much are you making? Where do you work? How do you make your money? What time do you wake up? Do you go to the gym? Everything. Picture that person that you are, right? So for a lot of you, that might be like you're making 10K a month, you work fully online from your laptop, and you can travel at your own free will, and you can do the things that you dreamed of doing when you started this. Start thinking like that person, right? Start being that person today. Being the 10K a month version of you today. The way that you approach learning new information, your habits, the people you spend your time with, your environment, your standards, everything. Ask yourself, does your 10K a month self go to the gym on a daily basis or a very regular basis? Does the 10K a month version of yourself always improve their skill set? Does the 10K a month version of yourself party all the time? Does the 10K a month version of you not sleep well? Right? You have to ask yourself these questions. And likelihood of what's going to happen when you start doing that, people are going to start calling you crazy for, skipping a party, for skipping the nights out, for waking up earlier, for eating cleaner. And that is the cost of change. That is the cost of committing and being obsessed. Because when I started behaving and acting like the person that I wanted to be, there's this joke about like switching up on your day ones, right? And I want to talk about this because by no means did I switch up on my day ones at all. And I don't think you need to switch up on your day ones to see success. But you will notice a lot of your day ones when you start to change and when you start to grow and change your habits, change the things you do, the people you spend time with, etc. People are going to talk, right? And that's why I noticed a lot of people started talking pretty negatively about me. Even when I wasn't there, like I heard about it. And as a result, I just didn't really want to see them anymore, just because I was like, well, what the fuck? If that's how you think, like, what the hell? What the helly? I just, don't want to associate myself with bad energy, and I don't want to be around people that, take the piss out of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, and they don't believe in what I'm doing. So it actually turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me, because it showed me like who really cared about me in my life and who was really there for me. And now I have this great circle of people around me that all care for me, that all love me, that want the best for me. And that is the cost of change. I think it's an awesome thing to get out of it, if you ask me. So what I want to say is, like, commit to that version of you. Become obsessed. Like, while you're waiting for these videos to drop, like, feel free to watch the other videos on my channel. Like, really, like, obsess yourself about what it is we're doing and commit to it, because nothing changes if nothing changes, simply put. And I want you guys to really think about the consequences of your actions and your decisions. And I'm not saying that like I'm a parent, like, oh, you got to think about the consequences of your actions. No, I'm thinking like, okay, by waking up at 10 a.m. instead of 8 a.m., what are the consequences of waking up at 10 a.m.? Well, you're missing out on 2 hours of work that you could be doing, or an hour where you could be going to the gym, an hour where you could be on a walk, getting some sunshine, like doing like some journaling, some affirmations, whatever it is. Like, think about the opportunity cost when you're making decisions. Think about the knock-on, the ripple effects of your decisions. Because I'll give you an analogy that can, maybe help you out with this. Fat people, right? They fucking suck. No, I'm kidding. Fat people, right? They're only fat because they make decisions like a fat person. They have a fundamentally flawed decision-making process when it comes to their health, nutrition, the gym, everything. Because they're just making decisions wrong, right? Not like they should be, but they keep doing it. But guess what? When they start changing the way they make decisions, and they start making decisions from the perspective of where they want to be, so a fit and healthy person, right? They start making decisions like them about eating clean, going to the gym, doing this, 10,000 steps, whatever it is, all of it, right? They start deciding and making decisions like a fit and healthy person. They will then become fit and healthy. And it's the same thing here. If you want to make 10K a month, think to yourself, what does the 10K a month version of me do on a daily basis? Does he or she watch Netflix as soon as they get home from work? Do they miss out on the gym? Do they eat unhealthy food? Do they sleep like terribly? Right? Ask yourself these questions and start making decisions like the 10K a month version of you. And over time, and through action and through learning and through all of these things, you will attract that into your life. But it all, like I said, it all stems and comes from committing and being all in, right? Now that doesn't mean drop everything else to do this. That means like when you're doing this, you're focused. Your phone is off. You're doing this on your laptop with a notepad. Distractions are away. You've told everyone in the house that you're living in or apartment, wherever you are, to leave you alone for an hour, 2 hours, so you can learn and implement this information that we're talking about. So after this video, what I want you to do is I want you to write down on a piece of paper the vision that you have for yourself 6 months from now, right? And don't be realistic. Being realistic is for losers. Whatever goals you want, write them down on a piece of paper. Then I want you to write what it will feel like to achieve those goals. I want you to write what that person does on a daily basis, what that person doesn't do on a daily basis, right? So everything, like, try and picture that person's life to a T. And then I want you to write down, what are you doing now? And you have to be brutally honest with yourself. And then, very clearly, you should be able to tell the difference. What you are now putting your time in versus what the 10K a month version of you is putting their time in. What this person's learning versus what this person's learning. There will be a clear difference, and there's meant to be. Because it's the fact that you are not acting like that person, that's why you're not there yet, to put it simply. So start acting like the 10K a month version of you. Once you actually have written what you do now and what that person does, and you have everything down to a T, start being that 10K a month or 6 months down the line version of you. Today, now, it starts right now with everything that you do, okay? And it's not easy, it's not meant to be easy. There's a reason why not everyone makes 10K a month from their laptop, or 20K or 30K, whatever it is. These things are not easy, okay? So come to terms with that, and that should actually fill you with, enthusiasm. Because if it was easy, everyone would have it. So if it feels hard, good. That means you're on the right track, okay? So look at that future self, look at what you're doing now, start being that future self. And what I want to hear about in the comments below, not only if you like the song of the day, but also I want to hear about your goals. Because when you talk about your goals, again, this is something that's important to know, and you let people know about like what you want to do and your intentions, it will create accountability, right? So you knowing that you have your goals under this YouTube video, right? What that's gonna do is it's gonna be like, oh shit, like people see that, people are seeing that. Like someone could just comment a year from now under this YouTube video, did you do it? And if I didn't, I look like an asshole, right? And that is basically the principle of what we're looking for, right? That pressure. We want to put that pressure on ourselves. It's good to have a bit of pressure, not too much, but this pressure is good pressure, okay? So that's day 2. Day 3, we're going to be looking at what industry am I talking about? How are we going to make money online, okay? But we needed to talk about these things because these are the foundations of the person that I need to be talking to. And it's crucial. So, day 3, coming up tomorrow. Let's get into it. And as always, hope you're doing well. See you in the next one.